3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the very first episode of THAT TRACKZ with Eythen and
Carolyn.
Hey, Eythen.
Hey, Carolyn.
How's it going?
It's good. It's good. I'm glad we can finally start the podcast.
Yeah. New year, new us,
new podcast.
Pod.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like the fans have really been waiting for a collab.
Exactly.
Us.
I agree.
We met 2021.
Yeah, met
It's 2025.
That's 4 years.
We've been brewing, stewing.
Crewing.
Chewing.
Yeah. Chewing on ideas.
Exactly.
There we go.
So,
Full circle.
what's brought us here today is
For our first episode.
For our very first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Is not just our friendship,
Right.
nor our brilliantly charismatic personalities.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have some things to discuss.
We do. Yeah, I think this year was a big year for movies.
2024.
Oh yeah. Last year.
Last year.
Right, my bad. Last year was a big year for movies.
Absolutely.
And I think we both saw a lot of movies this past year, I imagine.
For sure.
Okay.
I had to fit it in around my robust reality TV diet. But I found some time for some full-length features.
Good. And that's good. That's good because we had a lot of great movies. And I think we have different favorites from the past year. So, Carolyn, tell me about your favorite movie of this past year.
Well, as we all know, the frontrunner for the 2025 Oscars, for honestly sweeping every category, as evidenced by their great performance at the Golden Globes, is Wicked.
Right.
Wow. I was a lifelong Wicked fan. I was born, I was 1 when Wicked, I think, premiered. Oh no, I don't even know my facts. Okay, but I promise I'm a real fan.
Oh.
My whole life, there's been Wicked. My whole cognitive life, there's been Wicked.
Okay, I have I'll have questions, but please, tell me about Wicked.
I'm just a true fan, and I've been waiting my whole life for this Wicked adaptation. It's been teased for years. We, the fans, have gotten our hopes up. We've been disappointed. And finally, in the year of our Lord, 2024, Jon M gave us Wicked Part 1.
Right. Part 1. Yeah.
Part 1. Yeah. Which, let's start there, all right? A lot of people are giving me a lot of flack about the 2 parts.
Before we get into that, I have a question, actually.
Yes, I'm prepared.
Okay. Is Wicked not the Wizard of Oz?
Wicked is the prequel to the Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
So it explains how everything, the context, the world building, the before Dorothy. A lot happened before Dorothy.
Okay. So, is Tin Man there? Is Tin Man Scarecrow there?
Those are fascinating questions.
Yeah, because those were my characters.
Absolutely. So,
I'm a boy.
Of course. Boy like Tin Man.
Yeah, historically, boy like Tin Man.
Boy like Tin Man, boy like Scarecrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Girl like Witch.
Yeah.
Girl is Witch.
Boy doesn't like lion.
No.
Yeah, boys don't.
I mean, it's a, I hate to say the P word, but the lion isn't a strong character in this movie.
Yeah,
he's the cowardly. What's the other word for cowardly?
Scared.
Yeah. No profanity on the pod.
I'm glad. We should write that down as a rule. Limited curse. I think PG-13. Okay, so I have so many questions. So this was a part 1.
Correct. So part 2 will answer your questions about are the Scarecrow and the Tin Man involved.
I gotta wait for the sequel to see the Tin Man and the Scarecrow.
And in 2026, both parts will be on Netflix for you to watch as a double feature.
Actually, or is this
they have a streaming deal. No.
Okay,
it's been announced 2026, coming to Netflix.
Okay, so it will be only 2 parts.
Only 2 parts. Yes. So, I mean, for a super fan like me, you're telling me I can get 6 hours of the Wicked story and that I don't have to go to a Broadway theater for? The joke in my life is, we live in New York. Life can be hard here.
Right.
On days when I'm down in the dumps, I think about the Gershwin Theater and the fact that Wicked is there. Alphabet is there 8 times a week singing my songs. And on bad days, I think to myself, maybe I need to go see Wicked. And I beg my boyfriend. He says no. Sometimes I'll be like, Mommy, I want to go see Wicked.
Right.
And everyone's like, you're an adult. No, we're not buying you Wicked tickets because you had a confrontation with your boss. Okay, well now, all I'll have to do is sit on the couch. Boom, 6 hours babysitting.
And you can watch Wicked.
The untold story of the Wizard of Oz. Now, are you a Wizard of Oz fan?
Now, see, Wizard of Oz, I like. The
all
Wizard.
Right, and what draws you to the material?
Tin Man.
You're really... Now, you know what's fascinating? This piece explains how the Tin Man got to be. Haven't you ever wondered?
We have a Tin Man, or well, I didn't need to know because he's a Tin Man.
He's a complete arc.
Yeah, I didn't need anything else. I was like, okay, this guy's made a tin. I'm locked in. That's all I need to know, actually.
So,
let me guess. The Wizard of Oz cast a spell on him and then turned him into tin, and now he rusts. And oh no, is that the whole thing?
Not the Wizard of Oz. This is a story about women.
Oh, okay.
And witches.
So one of the witches of Oz is like, oh, I'm going to turn this guy into a Tin Man.
Yes, but why? And which one? How will you know until part 2?
I guess. And let me guess. The Scarecrow was which like, you're a Scarecrow. And I was like,
that was a really good spell.
Thank you. I was like, oh.
Right, but why and when and how and in what context? In what circumstances? And with what songs? And with what costumes? And with what fierce outfits and beautiful female friendship? Wicked gives you all of that.
Okay, I have a theory.
I'm ready.
As someone who doesn't know about Wicked. So the guy that Ariana Grande is dating, who was the lead in SpongeBob, the musical.
Correct.
He's
Ethan Slater.
Yeah, he's in the Wicked movie.
Yeah, for sure.
He's Scarecrow.
No.
Is he Tin Man?
We can't say. Yeah, he's the Tin Man.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
He's just a little munchkin
Didn't
boy.
even need to watch. He'd be a better Scarecrow. I just see him as not a Tin Man. I feel like not talking about his height. Tin Man's a tall guy. Tin Man's a tall dude.
Well, maybe in the magic of the spell, we add some height, you know?
Oh, right, of course, yeah. Which is like, you're made of tin and also you're like 3 feet taller. It's like, this is a win.
Bach is how... Spoiler. We gotta put a spoiler tag for spoiling Wicked. Bach is thrilled to become the Tin Man because he finally gets to stop being a short king.
Yeah, we actually, no spoiler. No spoiler. I'm gonna veto that one. I'm not gonna put a spoiler for Wicked.
My fans.
Yeah.
They're gonna have the film ruined by That Tracks podcast with Eythen and Carolyn.
And I'm gonna say this publicly. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I love theater. I love acting. But also, I will spoil Wicked.
Well,
Jeff Goldblum's in the movie too, isn't he?
Absolutely. Guess who he plays?
Is he the Wizard of Oz?
Oh my god! You got it!
See, yeah. I knew all this because I watched only the Wizard of Oz.
I mean, who does Ariana Grande play?
The Good Witch.
Yeah.
Glinda.
Yeah. Do you know? Well, see, there's so many things you could learn from the movie. Do you know what her name was before Glinda? How her name became Glinda?
Do I need to know that?
Have you ever wondered?
No.
Well, have you ever heard any of the songs? Let's take a different approach. Let's take a totally different approach.
Let's take a different angle.
We're not watching Wicked for the story. We're not. I'm not.
Okay.
One could. One might.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I'm watching Wicked for the score. The songs.
Okay.
And what a super fan like myself appreciates about the expanded length of Wicked, because it's quite extended, is that like they've composed more music to fill that time. So some of my favorite songs that started out as like a 4-minute track on the album are now a 25-minute sequence. And it's not just like they have it on repeat. Like the composer worked to fill in more stuff. And so musically, like now we'll have a key change where usually we resolved and the song is over. Or now we'll have an interlude that brings us into like a new rhythm or segment of it. So that is truly, like, jokes aside, my favorite part of this adaptation is that the way that they have like expanded the score. And I had this CD on repeat as a very, very young girl. Like I was a Wicked fan.
Right.
And all I had was the CD. I didn't see it until I was like 15. And so like I know every breath of the track. And now it's like more Wicked. That's what this movie is.
Okay, I have a few questions.
Yeah.
Is the composer who did the musical for Wicked the same one who is involved in the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Stephen Schwartz. Okay,
that's cool. I can respect that. So, what does Wicked Part 1 entail from the musical? Like, how much of the musical?
It gets us to the act break.
Okay, so you only Act 1.
It's only Act 1.
So the second movie is going to be Act 2 and 3?
There's just 2 acts.
There's only 2 acts? Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Okay.
It's musical theater, Eythen.
I'm
not the opera.
I'm used to a 3-act structure. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then, I mean, we have insane vocalists giving us everything we could want. Yeah. And I love the original, but it's more Wicked. And, I mean, now the real question is, Eythen, Anthony, are you an Elphaba or are you a Glinda?
Is Elphaba the bad witch?
No. What an unnuanced, uneducated, weak little take.
I'm good.
There's no good and bad.
Well, I mean, one is the Wicked Witch.
That's what this film explores. What does it mean to be wicked? Turns out it's about the rise of fascism and public opinion and what unites people more than hate and an enemy. They were roommates back at school. Alfie's awkward, Glinda's cool.
So after watching Wicked,
which I've done twice in theaters.
Right. Could you
now it's available to rent or buy on Amazon Prime.
Could you watch The Wizard of Oz and then be like, see The Wicked Witch, right?
For sure.
And be like, nah, that's justified. Like, is that the point? Like, could you watch it all together and be like, let The Wicked Witch cook for a sec?
I mean, frankly, I've always been a fan of The Wicked Witch. You know, fun fact, I was cast as the Wicked Witch in my 6th grade musical. And then...
Was this Wicked or was this Wizard of Oz?
Wizard of Oz. Wicked is not available for licensing. They have not... Your middle school can't do it legally.
Wow.
Legally.
Wow.
Rule number 2. Rule number 1. Don't brag about breaking laws. No, you cannot do Wicked. You can do Wizard of Oz. I was cast as the Wicked Witch. And then the teacher took a pause to reflect and said, you know... I'd like to stick away from typecasting this time. Carolyn, you're Glinda. So I guess my type was a bitch. Yeah. Scary. Right. Green.
A green.
Evil.
How much Tin Man is in the film?
Part 1? Not so much.
Okay.
Let's circle back when part 2 comes out.
Okay, when part 2 comes out, I only want to see Tin Man.
You just want a supercut of only Ethan Slater?
Oh, wait. I forgot.
Ethan Slater is your Tin Man.
Oh, God. He just looks like he'd be a better scarecrow.
He's got the hair. The hair.
Yeah, it looks like he'd just be more like floppy with his movements.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I don't know this Jonathan Bailey guy, but like.
Well, now here's the thing. There's so much more to the story, right? That's like the whole point of the movie. The Tin Man actually has a fascinating relationship with Elphaba's younger sister, Nessa Rose. Wow.
And
doesn't that change everything, Ethan?
Nessa Rose.
Nessa Rose.
Bose or Rose?
Nessa Rose.
Nessa Rose, okay.
Nessa Rose, her little sister, who is wheelchair bound.
Oh, is Glinda or Elphaba?
Elphaba.
Got it.
Glinda, like, came from privilege, aristocrat, you know.
Okay,
blonde princess. Elphaba, she has a backstory.
Right.
She has, I mean... I hate to give you all of Wicked. I still need to make you watch it. But she was born green. Her mom got spooked.
I'm never going to believe that one.
She came out of the womb, green little baby. Why, though?
Was her mom green?
No.
Oh, interesting.
No one in her family was green.
See, I've seen the memes where it's like, okay, we're in a world of magic. Why can't we make her not green?
Well, that would defeat the whole point of the show.
Well,
she's born green. Her dad is like, ew, ugly, take it away. Hate that baby. And then the mom gets pregnant again. And the dad is like force feeding the mom some kind of tea. And it makes the baby come prematurely. And the baby's legs don't develop properly. And they come out all tangled. And the mother dies in childbirth. And then try growing up with all that. And we haven't even met Glinda yet. Now that's told in a flashback montage.
Okay. Was that in the stage?
Yes. They did not add any... I think in Act 2, they're adding a song or two so that they can be eligible for, like, Best New Song.
Oh, that makes sense.
But, no, Act 1 is... All they did was, like, expand the pleasure points of the score, if you will, and of the movie.
Gotcha.
So that's Wicked.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's not your Oscar pick.
It's not going to be. I haven't seen Wicked yet. I'm sure whenever the Oscar list comes out, I do try to watch as many movies as possible. So I
probably won't get nominated.
You know, I don't know.
For much.
I mean, the way it was with Golden Globes, I'm sure.
True. Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a few nominations.
Best Picture, we'll see. Ethan's predictions.
Yeah, my predictions. But before we get into my pick, because I think my movie will be kind of a spooky pick, I feel like we should take a break.
For sure.
Yeah. So, fun fact about me, listeners. I work at a cheese shop that I won't name in case I get famous, because I don't want you guys to rush and dox my cheese shop. I bring cheese back sometimes, especially cheeses that I haven't tried yet personally, just because they're like pre-packaged. So I thought today we could try one of those cheeses.
I would be honored.
And you have a cracker or a dipping of some kind.
The cracker is a chia and quinoa tortilla chip.
I know there was quinoa in there. I thought it was just chia.
No, it's chia and quinoa.
Oh, man. Wait, let's see these guys. I don't know.
Ooh, do you hear that? That crinkle at the package? That's for you, listener. Wow. Okay, our first sponsor of today.
Yeah. Stop crinkling the bag.
Late July organic chia and quinoa tortilla chips.
Why would they add those to the chips?
Thin and crispy.
What's that?
Because diet culture, Eythen, obviously.
That's fair. Okay. And that will pair well with the cheese. Our second sponsor is Vermont Creamery, who made the Bon Bouche cheese, which is a goat cheese that's been aged and it has an ash rind to it.
Wow. So, I love a goat cheese.
Yeah. The ash rind is nice. It has a bit of an earthy feel to it, which is cool. I haven't tried it yet personally.
Give the listener a good opening, why don't you?
Yeah, why not? Let's see how this is going to smell, because I haven't opened this yet. That was good. Wow. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Oh, it's fragrant. Immediately, the smell is filling our podcast studio.
Yeah, and thank goodness we...
Wow, fragrant. Very fragrant.
Yeah, any other words you want to use to describe the Bon Bouche?
Well, it does, to an untrained eye, look exceptionally moldy.
Right, and
that's the ash, or that's good mold?
It's the ash, mostly.
Mostly?
It's the ash.
My body's telling me that it's not edible. It's kind of how it smells.
Well, if you want, I can be the first person to try it.
Oh, I'm going to try it.
Okay.
You just asked for first impressions.
Yeah, this is actually our last episode, because we eat this and we will implode, I think. All right, let's get into it. So yeah, I have not tried this yet personally, but I'm very excited about it.
Oh, right in the middle, no laws when you're drinking White Claws.
Yeah. Oh man.
Wow. They're thin and crispy chips. You might need to double up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man, look at that.
Wait for me.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to get some of the crust?
You can if you like. The crust is edible. Yeah. I'm excited for this. Yeah. It's first off, consistency wise, a nice creamy goat cheese. For it being aged, you definitely get a lot of cream with it. To the untrained eye, it looks like a brie. It is a brie. I thought it was a goat cheese. Well, it can be a goat brie. What? Yeah, it's. Oh, I just. Yeah. I just put it on my nose. All right. Let's get into it. Okay. Yeah. Let's give it a taste. Yeah. Cheers. Happy New Year. Cheers. Happy New Year. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Quite good. Yeah, that has a nice brie funk to it. I didn't get much ash right. I think this time I'd love to get some more at the top. See, I was scared of it being too funky, and it's not. It's quite palatable. Yeah, it's. I'm into it. Yeah. That's quite good. I was a little scared, and I shouldn't have been. Maybe that's today's lesson. Today's moral gift to impart to thee. Even if it's scary, give it a try. Yeah, that is quite lovely. But I don't get much goat milk feel to it. It does just feel more like just a cow milk. I don't get much of that tang with it. Big bite. And the ash rind doesn't feel as prominent either. I don't think I was getting a little earthy. Okay, if you get a bigger cheese to chip ratio, I taste a whisper of a goat. Interesting. Okay, well let me. Now, speaking of goats, did you know that Peter Dinklage voices an animated goat character in the movie? Because there is a subplot. Not really a subplot. It's necessary to the fabric of the piece. Of course, there's a subplot in this. And the animals of the town are being silenced by those in power, and they're. What are you talking about? What are you? This wasn't in the movie, or this wasn't in Wizard of Oz. Well, right, because we're contextualizing Wizard of Oz. Why is the cowardly lion so cowardly? You ever wonder that? Don't talk. I'm sorry. Don't bring Wicked into my cheese. I'm so baffled that I have to talk with food in my mouth. Do not tell me that there is a cowardly lion subplot, or not a subplot, but there's an origin of how the lion gets scared. Yeah. Carolyn, you have to be shitting me. You have to. That's the whole point. Backstory to everything. Why the sparkly slippers? Why Munchkins? What's the history of the hive mind of Munchkinland? Don't you feel like it's like a Marvel movie? Like there are critiques of Marvel movies. So that is the main critique that I agree with. Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why? I mean, not a critique if you love Marvel, but yeah. Yeah. No, it's the color grading is quite Marvel-y. There's flying. Right. There's special effects. I mean, no one belts a high E while they're flying in a Marvel movie, but they sang live on the set. Did you know that? Bet you didn't. No, I didn't. Because we skipped past the vocals segment. Cool. Okay. It's pretty good cheese. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you want to have it? Yeah. Yeah. It's a gift. Yeah, I'll leave it with you. But I'll go ahead and lock it up. Oh, good click. Good click. And that cheese was scary. That was a scary cheese. Sometimes scary things have deeper value and deeper importance. And that's why my favorite movie of this past year, that's a segue, my favorite movie of this past year was the movie Nosferatu. Now, before I get into it, Carolyn, you do not like horror movies.
No.
What was the last horror movie you saw? Or last movie that scared you?
Pet Sematary 2 in theaters, I think.
Pet Sematary 2?
The new Pet Sematary.
Oh, I see.
The backstory for Pet Sematary.
Okay, yeah.
What was that called?
I think...
The Silence of the Lambs. The Hills Have Eyes. Pet Sematary 2.
Okay, that's when it came out.
This was like 2019.
Okay, so that was the remake, actually, of the original Pet Sematary.
I saw that, and I saw Us. Scare the shit out of me.
Right.
Scare the shit out of me. My ex-boyfriend took me to both of these.
Mm.
And after that, I don't think I've seen a scary movie since.
Okay.
So you, on the other hand, eat this shit up.
I do, yeah. I love horror movies. It's my favorite thing.
I've gotten scared just looking at the cases of the Blu-rays at your house.
Right, yeah, I do collect
literally just the outside. The packaging has scared me.
Really?
If there's any, stitches involved, I can't even look at any of the visual art for the substance because there's stitches involved.
Right, yeah, the back stitch, yeah.
You didn't have to gesture. That was a little graphic. I have a really, really hard time with, body gore specifically.
Okay.
I cannot... Anything that looks not right on the flesh.
Gotcha.
I'll just, I won't be able to sleep. I'll repeat it in my mind.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
My mind has created enough scary things of its own. Why do I need to give it fodder?
Right. True. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
It's like a mental health, it's a mental health statement to not watch horror movies.
And you know what? That is totally fair.
That tracks.
Yeah, that tracks.
Well, tell me about this vampire film.
Yeah, how much do you know on Nosferatu?
So my little 15-year-old brother was like, why are we seeing Wicked? We should see Nosferatu.
Based.
And I was like, Nosfer what? And they were like, Nosferatu. And I was like, having fun mispronouncing it. So all I know is that Emmy wanted to watch it. It's in theaters. Mm-hmm. Lily Rose Depp is in it.
Yeah.
It's about the legend of some vampire.
Right, yeah. Count Orlok.
Sorry?
That's the vampire's name is Count Orlok.
Count Warlock?
Orlok.
So he's not a warlock.
No, I guess not. I mean...
I haven't even watched Hotel Transylvania. That's how little I know about it. I haven't watched Twilight. I have consumed, I think, genuinely zero vampire media in my life. I saw one episode of, a procedural NBC crime drama where there was, a vampire killing. I think I've seen 40 minutes of vampire media in my entire life.
Interesting. You brought up a great question. I would say a vampire is different from a warlock.
Is a warlock a witch?
Warlock is a witch.
So they don't eat blood?
They don't have to, I guess. I feel like you could argue that a vampire does not have to be a warlock. A warlock does not have to be a vampire, but they can be the same.
The Venn diagram.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Lily Rose Depp and Nicholas Hoult are a couple who are about to be married.
They're humans.
They are humans. They are humans. And Nicholas Hoult...
Are we in modern day?
No, this is in the 19th century, 18th century.
Oh, see, you lost me there, too. Period films, am I right?
What are you?
I want to see people in today doing things that they do today.
What are you saying? Wicked is probably a period film.
It's actually the only magical fictional piece that I like. Anyway, we're talking about your film.
Yeah, okay,
your silly little movie.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay, right. It's set in the, I believe, the 18th, 19th century, and it follows Nicholas Hoult, who's trying to sell a piece of real estate.
Right.
He's working with this big firm, and the catch is that the person who wants to buy this real estate does not want to come to the new location. Nicholas Hoult has to go to see him in Transylvania.
I'm familiar. You know what? My favorite, figured it out. Favorite spooky media.
Sure, okay.
Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein.
There we go. Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Transylvania, uncle, nephew. Got it.
Okay. Okay, we're seeing the connection there. Okay, I love it. Right, so Nicholas Hoult has to go see Count Orlok in his castle in Transylvania. So he can sign these forms and then go to his new home. Now, for other context, Count Orlok and Lily Rose Depp's character had some weird paranormal relationship. And as a result...
When did the paranormal stuff come in?
That was sort of in the beginning. But, you don't need that setup.
Okay. So the girl and her husband, the husband goes to the vampire house.
Right, but before all this
happened, the girl had, telepathy sex with the vampire?
Actually, that's you kind of hit the nail on the head. Yeah,
okay.
You got hit.
Telepathy sex as the preamble.
Yeah. Actually, telepathy sex is like the best, I think, way.
He like came to her in a vision, and then she came.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're nailing it right now.
Okay.
And with all that, Lily Rose Depp's character has like, some like psychotic episodes throughout the
classic.
Yeah, like leading up to Nicholas Hoult leaving, because she's aware about Count Orlok. Nicholas Hoult is not is not afraid of this guy. Because
does he just think he's a random guy, or does he know that his wife is getting off to his spirit?
The reason Nicholas Hoult goes is because there's a lot of money involved,
right?
And if he gets that money, then him and Lily Rose Depp's character can be like in love, and they can have all that money. But so Lily Rose Depp has had like episodes, and Nicholas Hoult is concerned for her, so he leaves her with his brother and his fiance, who's played by Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah, so
we go to see the guy, and the guy fucked the girl in a dream, and then the guy goes there, and what? He's not scared. Now, we're not scared. What a beautiful day.
He is scared. He's scared because he learns about vampire hunting, that there's like a tradition in this part of...
In Transylvania?
In Transylvania, yeah. And then he goes to Count Orlok's castle, and Count Orlok sort of like, he doesn't really seduce him per se, but there's someone like...
They have sex?
Not...
Telepathy sex?
Not telepathy sex. This is more like, it's sensual in the sense to like,
The Holy Spirit.
No, in the sense that like Count Orlok is like sucking blood from Nicholas Holt's character.
Is this the first act of vampirism?
Technically, yeah. I mean, there's a scene where townsfolk like kill a vampire. And they like.
How do you get in the position of getting blood sucked? Does he like lay down for him?
No. Nicholas Holt sort of just passes out. I think with fear and exhaustion, and also like he's basically losing his mind in the castle.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because it's haunted and spooky.
It is, and I remember because Lily Rose Depp's character gave Nicholas Hoult a locket that has her hair in it. That was meant to protect him from Count Orlok's.
Not a garlic clove?
No. Yeah. But Nicholas Hoult gives the locket to Count Orlok, and as a result, he's attacked by Count Orlok.
As like a bargaining? Like, don't suck my blood, here's my wife's hair?
No, not even that. I think Count Orlok just asked to see it, and he just didn't give it back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're what, like 20 minutes into the movie?
About 40. 40
How long's the movie?
Like 2.5 hours.
Oh.
Don't say that. How long was Wicked?
2.5 hours?
That's what I thought. I think what I love about it, first off, I've read a lot about this, and there are so many movies that have a hard time using darkness in the film.
Visually,
yeah. Maybe because it can just be like blinding, and like you can't really see what's going on. This is just a good job using darkness as a mode in the film. Like there are so many dark scenes. There are a lot of dark scenes, and also a lot of scenes that use like candlelight that I feel still part of the time, but still like visible,
So it's pretty to look at.
It's very pretty to look at. Yeah, it's a very beautiful film.
Where's the scary part?
It's Count Orlok.
Count Orlok?
Yeah.
He's scary?
Yeah, Count Orlok is scary. I think one of the scariest bits, again, because this is in like a big body of water, is when...
Wait, what?
So whenever Count Orlok signs the papers, his tomb is transported from...
He's dead?
Okay. Naturally, I'm sorry. I was gonna be frustrated, but vampires historically sleep in coffins.
Oh, for fun?
I don't know. I guess it's more of an aesthetic than anything.
So he needs his special bed, and they put it in the water. He's moving to his new house.
He's transported by ship.
And he wants this new house to have Lily Rose Depp? Or he's just trying to acquire assets?
The new house is close to where Lily Rose Depp lives.
And he's doing this all for her?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
How did he know she existed?
Again, I don't know that part.
What? What? That's like key background.
Well, why did the alphabet turn green? I don't know.
Because it's in the first scene of the film, and I don't want to spoil it, but her mom was having an affair with the Wizard of Oz, and he was giving her this green elixir. So she drank while she was pregnant. She drank the green juice, being seduced by a young wizard, and it made her baby green.
Is that the real reason?
Yes.
What was the green juice supposed to do?
Get him drunk and have a good time. It's his elixir. She's having an affair.
No,
See, my movie gave me the answers. Your movie, I don't know why she knows about this girl.
Because it doesn't need answers. It can
Who
just
sleeps
exist.
in a coffin? Why is there a body of water?
Who sleeps in the coffin? Yeah, it's Count Orlok, the vampire. Well, yeah, he's the one who sleeps in the coffin. And see, the reason why... Okay. Carolyn, I swear. So, okay. Lily Rose Depp lives in this certain part of England.
We're in England. Could have used that context.
Okay.
All right, we're in England. We're buying property. We're trying to fuck Lily Rose. We sleep in a coffin. There's a body of water that we keep not talking about.
Yeah, because
sign a paper.
keep trying to explain that.
Lock it. Blood suck. Yada yada yada.
Okay, yeah. So Count Orlok's ship. Right. Okay, I already messed it up.
And it's gonna win Best Picture for sure.
I swear to God. Okay, so Count Orlok lives in Transylvania, right? We remember that, Beth?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And
they hunt vampires there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He bought property near where Lily Rose Depp lives.
Right.
And in England. To get from Transylvania to England, he goes by ship.
Got it.
But the crew of the ship doesn't know that he's there. They just know that they're transporting his tomb.
His bed.
His bed.
They think he's dead? They think they're carrying a dead body?
I imagine so.
I feel like you ask questions when someone's putting a tomb on your boat.
This is the 18th century. They were carrying anything on ships.
True.
Yeah.
Cholera, horses. That's what they were bringing on ships. Cholera and horses.
The two biggest exports and imports were cholera and horses.
Yeah.
So it's important that the tomb is on the ship because Count Orlok sort of eats the crew, basically. But the other big thing is that Count Orlok, his tomb is full of rats. That's his thing. Count Orlok has like a lot of rats in his tomb. And the reason that he has the rats is because he ate the crew. The ship crashes in England, releases the rats, and the plague.
Bigger export than cholera.
Exactly.
Forgot about the plague.
Bigger import.
Or
I guess export, yeah. And like the plague kind of happens in the film, but the plague is sort of used as a cover for Nosferatu, or Count Orlok.
Now that's what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
When the name change happens.
I guess for professional reasons, he goes by Count Orlok. It's like the stage name versus the real name, you know? Yeah, so Count Orlok is sort of what he goes for professional reasons. And he's like...
That's his drinking blood, demon sex name?
Count Orlok or Nosferatu?
Nosferatu. That's when he's a bad boy.
Yeah. That's when I'm saying, like, Nosferatu. That's him.
Oh, does he whisper it? Does he say it in a scary
He whispers
way?
a lot in the movie. My favorite thing that I...
He whispers.
I haven't done this bit yet, but whenever Nosferatu is, like, about to pull up, he does, like, a little, like, hand shout out, and he does, like... I just love that little motion.
That would scare me.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That's reaching the hand.
Wow, Ethan, this movie sounds so good. I can't wait to watch it. How does it end?
Don't. Do you want the ending?
I'm never watching it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give...
So the rats are scary, the blood sucking scary.
Yeah, I'm gonna give spoilers for Nosferatu because I'm gonna give that movie the respect. It ends... So, it's... Willem Dafoe is in the movie as well. So he is sort of like the doctor and know-it-all. Kind of like a Van Helsing-ish character. He tells Lily Rose Depp that only she can kill Nosferatu. Her and Nosferatu have sex. And Nosferatu loses track of time. The sun comes up, and... Ooh,
because they have that thing about the sun.
Right, that is one of their other weaknesses.
And does it kill him? Or just, like, shrivels him?
It kills him.
It's like how water melts the witch, which if you watched Wicked, it's all a hoax. It's a magic trick. She doesn't actually melt.
Actually, I'm going to stop everything I'm saying, because you just dropped, I think... The most absurd. I can't. I don't even want to talk about Nosferatu anymore. What do you mean, Carolyn? That it's a magic trick.
It's so that she can escape because she's being persecuted by the government, and it's an like very intricate escape so that she and Glinda's in on it, and Glinda is like the new puppet of like the wizard and the government. And she has been exiled and she's being outlawed because she was trying to speak up for the rights of the animals. And it's her only way to not be killed is to fake her death. Anyway, Lily kills him how? The sun rises and he's in bed post-coital.
I don't even want to keep talking anymore after learning this wicked detail. That's absurd. That is...
You thought you knew what it was. I mean, again, spoiler. That's in part 2. Part 1 doesn't get us there.
Sure, it's a spoiler.
We'll put a spoiler tag on all of it.
No, we're not.
Absolutely. I'll fight him.
Right. So Lily Rose Depp and Ken Warlock, they die together.
How does she die? Blood loss?
Blood loss, yeah. Yeah, actually, that's exactly how it ends. Willem Dafoe is like looking into the sun, and then the movie ends. So you're not going to watch Nosferatu?
No. Yeah, I'm just sitting with the film, you know? I'm really savoring it like the cheese. I'm letting it dance on my palate.
Again, I feel like if you saw it, you'd appreciate it.
I would not see it. My eyes would be closed. And I would leave, probably.
There's only, I really think, a few scary bits, I have to say. A lot of it is...
So it's not a horror movie?
It is a horror movie, yeah.
And it's horrifying because...
more psychologically horrifying, I guess, with like the way Count Orlok sort of controls the situation. There's a few jump scares here and there. And it's kind of bloody, too.
Because he drinks it.
Well, there's that, yeah.
I know a lot of things, Ethan, Anthony.
No,
what can I say?
Carolyn, you really do. You know how to sell a movie, and I do not know how to sell a movie.
I feel like we left with you want to see Wicked, and I don't give a shit about Nosferatu.
Well, let me tell you, I don't want to see Wicked. I don't want to
Part 2, maybe, for Tin Man Rise.
Okay. Well,
for Ethan's rise to Tin Mandom.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we can do karaoke.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Down.
Yeah, let's do karaoke.
You sing Wicked songs you don't know, and I sing the score of Nosferatu, which I don't know. So
it's just you doing like chants, like oh.
Yeah. What I. Is that what the whole movie sounds like?
Yeah.
And then like from the rats.
Oh yeah. That's good. It's good. What other sounds?
The blood suck puncture.
Don't do that sound. Don't do that sound. Dear God, please.
The telepathy sex.
Don't do that sound either.
All right. Well,
maybe Lee's wrestling. That's. is that Lee wrestling, or are those the wolves? Are those the wolves in the movie?
Ow!
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Oh, an excellent thing in closing. Guys, our names are hard to spell.
Yeah, they are.
They are. We've got little quirks in them. Yeah. You know, it's so that it's like Charlie's Throne or Saoirse Ronan. Like, they really want you to...
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe!
Exactly.
They want to make sure you really are a fan.
Right.
And, like, it's a inner circle kind of thing.
Exactly.
So, let's do a little grammatical clarifying. Ethan, how do we spell your name? How do we find you on socials?
My name is spelled Eythen, and Anthony is spelled normal. You can find me on Instagram at Ethan_Anthony. Ethan spelled again, Eythen.
You threw an underscore in there.
I love it.
Was Ethan Anthony taken?
It was.
Yeah. Okay, well, my first name, honestly, I have a heart all across the board. My name is Carolyn, not Caroline. Get it right.
I'm sorry.
Carolyn. There is no I. There is no E. Mm-hmm. There is no K. Carolyn. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My last name is Ausler. Oh, I lisped on my own last name. No, let me swallow my spit. Ausler.
Jesus Christ.
O-U silent R S-L-E-R. Right? So maybe next time you hear me, I'll have changed the spelling. But my Instagram is at Carolyn Ausler. Wish that were easy to spell. Not intuitive at all. CarolynOursler. No underscore, because nobody else has my name.
Yeah, you're better than me.
And stay tuned for the future of the pod. We'll get a social page up and running, and maybe this one will be in the archives forever, or maybe you'll hear it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But either way, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Especially if you listen to the whole thing, because I would not listen to my friend's 40-minute podcast. Let's be real.
40 minutes. I'm hoping to God we get to 40 minutes.
Yeah, once we got everything I wasn't allowed to say.
Yeah, let's actually just cut out all Nosferatu and just make it just Wicked.
Yeah, guys, it's one take, no cuts.
One take, no cuts.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.